Welcome back to Sunless Sea. We're going to be doing a southern route this time, a southern counterclockwise, and I have actually gone for only 9 fuel so that I can fit in a ton of foxfire candles. Lots of supplies. They're harder to come by, but we can just buy fuel for an expensive price if we have to at every port. That's the plan, and we'll get more fuel room as we use up supplies. So I wasn't actually intending initially to make a trip to the Iron Republic, but I think I will, because that will at least be some cheap fuel that I'll get to stock up on that point. And we are very close to a secret. We just need one minor encounter, really, or if we get lucky with a discovery. So I will be hunting down any little jellyfish I see. And we're at full health. We did pretty good at some big fights not too long ago. Blockade. Yep. So I'm willing to take on potentially a little bit of a challenge if I'm at full health. I mean, we've already technically fought in some of the Republic ships in the past. Yeah, so this is probably boom, 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 boom. I think that's probably the way to go. There might be like... Oh, here we go. Here's our secret. We have a 100% success chance on the challenge after we defeat him. Yep. Boom. Oh, and this looks like it's fixed, because I did restart since my last session. And I will have to do a surface trip at some point. I'll let you go. Oh, and they confiscated my mirror catch box. I didn't realize that an empty mirror catch box. So I am actually out 250 echoes. So I will not be carrying those around if I'm not going to use them. Let's get our port report. It doesn't cost anything, so we'll listen to the surface vision of the surface. And then gift for the Pirate King. Almost 50% chance. We can certainly try it. Failed. 1 menace suspicion, and we lost crew. Your smile must ring entirely false to the surface sailor, for he takes one look at you and takes off running. You order your crew to give chase, but one of them slips, falls into the canal. You spend hours trying to dredge him up, but there's no sign. I'll have to lose a couple crew. Guest writes, you can be charming when you exert yourself. You entice the surface sailor on board with promises of Z stories and neat delicacies, and bludgeon them over the head between courses. They fall gently into a bowl of sea lily soup. You order your crew to take the prisoner below decks and lock them up. They comply quickly enough, but you see them shoot dark looks at each other out of the corner of your eye. You succeeded, another menace, and gain terror. So we've done what we need to do. So we will thus continue on our way, and thank you so much for making this a little easier, Gillifleur. And he's making a break for it. Disperse for a Z story. Yeah, I was actually short of stories for creating strategic information, I believe. So I need to save 2 strategic informations to create an extraordinary implication, maybe? Forget the exact terminology. Alright, oh, this is a good one. Alright, no, this is Crack Frigate. I'm not sure on this. Very good. supplies and fuel. And a crate of human souls. Always delicious. So I know that I can use those foxfire candles on either Nuncio, I can use it, or else I think Mangrove, I can use it as well. There's like maybe 6 places I can use it. I'm just gonna do the first one that lets me so I get the cargo space, but it will get used. Or I might save 5. I think I need 5 for Nuncio. Oh, I might try this. I'm more likely to succeed. Succeed, and you have a port report. Very good. I'll do that one. I have a 100% chance. Does explore the morn. Fight. Nope. Oh. I have 10 of those. I only have 1 of those. But this is going to be the best. So I've lost those. I've lost 2 terror. Oh, 50 fragments. That's a good trade. Good trade. It's expensive fuel. I don't have an aft compartment. So I must just stumble on to the melting isles. I actually think I may have to use desperate measures unless I pick up something nice. Or get into another fight. So I may be looking for a fight. Ship fight specifically. Hey. Aye. Oh, and it's not even a crack one. Two fuel. I'll take it. More fuel. That's how you do it. Okay, so it's bugged again, but in a different way. But also, I was like switching between battle menus. I think that might be what does it. Yes, we will pick up a passenger. Get our port report. And we have enough fuel to get where we need to go. So we might just want to... Oh! You have 10. And it costs supply? Take plenty of candles. Do I dare try this? No, I have those other ones which may not take plenty. I might need like 30 with like a bigger ship. So let's go beach coming. Something glinting. 4 drowning pearls. Sweet. Though they take up room in the hold, which not so sweet. So I could only buy a few of that while I'm holding all this crap. Which is not ideal. Wait, do I still have the option? I do. Let's try it. Take plenty of candles. You can leave at any time, but if you get in far enough, you'll generally find something interesting. New area. Okay, we're in. Narrow waterways and quagmire past marsh lights and mud. Yeah. Each event will take you further. To go deep enough, you'll find something interesting. So 3 skeletons on a hammock. Unlocked with another day navigating the swamps 11. No more than 20. Okay, so I can, if I spend all the candles, then I will eventually, I might just do that, just to make the space 3 skeletons on a hummock. They sprawl companionably around a long dead fire as if they simply couldn't be bothered to get up. Nothing remains of their clothes or possessions. They've been long robbed of their purses as well as their flesh. Each carries only a sardonic grin and a robe of creepers. Okay, we did lose terror. Okay, 3 skeletons on a hummock. Nothing remains. Lost 2 terror. Ooh, a calamity of ants. Okay, so it's... we need veils to proceed. Shining bodies burst from a pitcher of plants around you. A thick mat of ants swarms in ambush. Flee! Falling behind, you failed. One sailor drips. The ants pour over him like oil. His screams pursue you through the trees. Lost a crew. I can sacrifice another crew. Oh, well, never mind. Follow the gliding lights. Knot of 7 wisp weaves ahead. Ignore the lights. Let's follow the lights. Okay, there's this. No more than 60. You have 60. Follow the gliding lights. Byways. The light from the wisp touches glistening tree bark. Beetles in motionless glossy clumps. Bracket fungus yellow as parchment. The eyes of marsh rats. And here, a path. Moss-furred boat skeleton. 8 of those. Seething trees leave. Narrow waterway at each event. Branches thrash, leaves from foam. The trees here wither in fear. On through the laced shade of the groaning oaks. At the back, a sailor whimpers in fear. They're dying, someone says. They're dying. Then they're through. Soft phosphorescence. You've gained 5 terror. No one's orchard. The bark was sacrificed with marks resembling writing. A lump of flint lay on the base of the tree. Doesn't actually use any candles. Was a flint or tool or merely a rock? It was impossible to be certain. The solace fruit, too, which grew on the tree, they are parasitic and they will grow wherever they choose, but their colors mimic the bark. Perhaps this was their native tree. Impossible to be certain. And an eolith. I've got 2, and I don't think they'll take up hold space. So that would be a successful run. And I still have 7 left. Oh, and actually, those don't take up space. That's actually a nice thing. So I actually have pretty decent room now in my cargo. So we shall head to the Iron Republic for refueling. Maybe get into a fight with one of their frigates if it pops up. Where are they? South, most likely. Oh, up there? Yeah, let's run away. More to be lost than gained. Okay, so I have access to the fuel, which is all I really care about. Only 10. I've got to use those candles. Yeah, this is almost a... well, I can't go that way because I've done it, so I'm going to have to go on that southern route. Kind of forced my own hand. Oh, no. Nothing too exciting. Grand geode ahead. Those guys. Glorious frigate. He wants me. They're just not really worth it to fight. Quite honestly, it's like you're gonna take some damage, and they're pretty much a normal boat encounter. In terms of looting, get our report. This, purchase the element of dawn. I need... Wait, what? I have that. Oh, this. I need no more than Dawn's Law. Vital, crew, supplies, figurehead of the Eater of Names, one dread surmise. Oh, so what's this for? I don't know. This is what I actually need. Figurehead of the Eater of Names, dread surmise, vital, and tons of supplies. I need a bigger ship to even buy it. Oh, an extraordinary implication. That's nice. Losing crew all over the place. I'll take a trophy. Oh, not quite. One will hit. Let's dig around rather than get supplies. Strange catch, which we can use at one of the religious places, I believe. Because actually our terror has gone up a bit. Those nasty things should be exterminated. Let's get our report. Yeah, that's rough. Let's see what the spy's needs are these days. Money buys it. It's still a tough challenge. Or you can bait with 2 secrets. That's not worth it. Yeah, that's not great. And do I want to waste that on resetting? Well, that's a low chance. That sucks. That's not possible. This I don't have the stats for anywhere near. So we shall simply reset it. Now it is 33% diplomatic agent. I do not have the veils for this. Mountain Shard. I don't know where this goes, potentially. Wait, I need to be paying attention to... I have a mission of some sort. That they're going to murder me if I don't do it. Khan's Heart. Khan's Heart. Okay. So as long as I do Khan's Heart, I will be good. I know these. I know I can make a little bit of money on some of them. Like I could go to the con with the coffee, but it's like I don't know what I'd be doing it for necessarily. Just be buying favors. But I think I can sell it for 60 somewhere. I only got 5. I would rather have the fuel for safety. In fact, the Souls fruit. Oh, this doesn't take up cargo space, so I will hold on to that. So Fathom King, avoiding these evil, despicable blue prophets through the 2 little whirlpools, vortexes of death. Which, for whatever reason, I think it's all this wax stuff. Just feels like it just slows you down a little bit. Beyond, I mean, graphically, not the effect. And we do need this to appear, I think, because I don't think we can see the Fathom King without it. In fact, I may not have the right type of sea story. Yep, bugged. Restless Nights. I need better pages. Take that on. I'm not going to do these random sub 50% challenges. Yeah, I don't have a Z story. This is horrible. So I need to keep those Z stories. Because I've got business with the Fathom King, but I can't do it. Did Gator's Marn. Do I do that? I could do that. Because I don't have what I need over here. So this is actually a great opportunity to do some exploring. Anything? Just a weird... Oh, that's something. That is the pirate... Queen, we'll call her, almost. It'd be great if I could take no damage in this. Oh, trying to outturn me. I'll take a few hundred coins, please. 400 echoes and fuel and supplies. Huzzah. I'm not fuel rich right now, so I'm just gonna do kind of a Tenuncio curve. Though they would probably give me decent fuel rates, but I think there's a store at Nuncio, so I don't have to worry that much. I should be worrying about my sanity. Yeah, these might be potential discoveries. Or not. Aha! Nope. Yes, now I just head due east. Or follow that buoy a little bit. That's not too bad. And kind of do some more in future trips. Oh, port report? Yep. Do a shift, and we have... Make a study of what goes on in the back room. Oh wait, I've already done that. Offer employment to the postal rat's niece. Ask it as a favor, and she sounds well trained and eager. Pay for a parcel. Descend into the basement with flame. Oh, I need a flare as well to do this. Otherwise, I have to do a high-risk challenge that will probably murderize me. So I'll need a 5 plus a flare. Let's see what this does. Yes, as a favor, she sounds well trained. The postal rat is grateful and says so at length about right of ways. Only so much work can go around on Nuncio. She keeps asking to assist me here. But as you can see, a gesture at heaps of loose gears and unhooked chains, I hardly require any assistance, and my research is at so delicate a stage, but she's an excellent worker. Very bright, like her mother. Oh, you have one Ratus Faber assistant. Oh, in combat, they can be deployed for quicker repairs. Interesting. So that's just kind of a free thing there. A 20 out here, it's as good as I'm going to get. Unless I think I can make it to Mount Palmerston. Because I'm probably doing... I probably used 20 in that trip, so I might as well buy out as much as I can hold. Estival's such a good one. I mean, I don't have the room for the, oh no, he's stuck in there, I can run. Good. Mnemonic, rat sender, and a strange catch. Lure submerged Z-beast to the surface. But yeah, I don't have room to like take on a bunch of supplies at this point. So I'll touch the Udder Shroom. Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with those. That doesn't work. There's no shops. I love Estival though. South to Cats, maybe. And if it wasn't in the fog, I would consider that fight. It's gotta be something. There we go. Flourishing of youth. Oh! We've got ourselves a new island. And... oh, clever. Putting the brakes on are very smart. But hiding in the fog, also very smart. Oh, lucky. Wow. Took the hit in the end. 100 echoes. Not the greatest. Use my Z-Bat just to remember that I have one. Hide your face. Hide all your faces. Visage. This is the port of Visage, where faces may not be naked. Oh, create a port report, of course. Let's go ashore, since we can. All those who enter must play their parts. The sign is visible only after you've crossed the threshold. On the lower slopes, stone buildings, flat roofs, archways. In the architecture there lingers a memory of lotus and palm frond. The hill above is a face, forever looking up at the ceiling of the undersea. No one inhabits its cheeks or the hollows of its eyes. Check into the customs house. All visitors must pass one by one through a room guarded by a person in the mask of a moon moth. Masks in an assortment of shapes and colors await. Has to go about without any mask. Your own face will do for you. Thanks very much. Significance, or just choose one of them. Moonmoth explains, each mask declares a different intention toward the denizens of Visage, and must be accompanied by suitable behavior. The frog is for visitors who, through perhaps clumsy and unfamiliar with local etiquette, have come in order to observe local ways and to make uncouth comments about them. The locust is for those who seek profit in Visage, and would carry away as many goods as possible. You prompt about the bat. Moonmoth hesitates. Bat is an ill-omened visitor, sent as a messenger or a spy. Bat always dies. That's not good. Well, let us go with the locust. May you find happy harvest, says Moonmoth. Then, when you have partly turned away, it double knots and ties on its purse, as though you're likely to pick its pockets. Doesn't it know you can see it? So let's just steal everything we have a chance to steal. So let's go to the flood court. The flood court is a long stone room with 2 ranks of columns on each side. Currently, the court is ankle-deep in water, though water stains on the stone show that the flood has often reached higher, sometimes up to the height of your waist. In a raised niche at the far end of the room sits a statue of a man with the head of a ram. He holds a jar from which water flows out onto the floor. Ask about the purpose. Gather coin from the flood court. 80%. Study the calendars. Say how much you like the pool. Let's gather coin. Gotcha. You wade into the water and begin gathering coins. People watch you from behind their masks, but no one tries to stop you. After a moment, the other locust masks in the room swarm with you, 4 or 5 and 6 of you together, scrapping up the coins from the bottom of the pool, working your way along until everything is gone. It is just how a locust ought to behave. You have expertise. You've gained 10 fragments. Okay. Already been there, so let's go to the library. Stoop at the lintel. Enter the dark. A room of heavy stone guarded by a golden statue of a woman with outstretched arms. The scroll niches sorted to correspond to a variety of masks. The jackal and the lioness. The crocodile and the dung beetle. A woman in the mask of a lotus blossom is standing at a lectern, reading in silence. Ask about the purpose. Steal the most valuable-looking scroll. Pick the pockets of the readers. 100%. Let's do that first. Successful if not wealthy. You dip your fingers into a crocodile's purse and acquire a few coppers from a heron. The coins here are no more than tiny copper chips, each stamped with an eye sigil. The exchange rate must be thousands of these to the echo, hardly worth taking home. But you have acted as a locust is meant to act, anyhow. There are no scrolls for locusts in the Library of Parts. Expertise in parts, now 2. Let's end the performance. Let's go back to the library. I'd like to steal the most valuable-looking scroll for later sale. As expected, you have failed. You are not sneaky enough. Moonmoth sees what you do and confiscates the sack bulging beneath your carapace. He does not, however, seem angry. What else would the locust do but take whatever is available to be taken? He awaits you outside the library with unruffled calm. Okay, we can trade masks with the Moonmoth. It has been making suitable overtures for some time. You only now understand them. That could trap me there, but we can try. It is keen to go. It draws you aside into a closet in the customs house. Had enough of Visage, it tells you frankly. Here, you take my mask and pretend to be me, and I'll trade in the visitor mask and get on some departing ship. Get my life back. Its face, no, now you see, her face, is aging but unlined. A lifetime of never needing to use a facial expression. So now I have the other mask. Visit the house of the chief geometer. Understood to be an honor. Lines in wet ground. Each morning the man in a cobra mask draws lines in the mud flat with a pointed steel rod. This appropriates each inhabitant a small trapezoidal area from which to harvest mushrooms and to scrape salt. No plot is ever preserved from one day to the next. This man is the chief geometer, the keeper of the directions, master of land measures and sea measures. Now you have been invited to his home, at the time customarily appointed for him to receive those who are not his equal in rank, yet not so far beneath him as to deserve to be ignored. What ceremonial gift will you bring? A string of rats, a necklet of lapis, a poem concerning snakes, copied on a new scroll, a comb made of bone, fresh candles. You've heard that he likes candles. That will spend a candle, I like it. Hunger set aside. The gift is suited to him personally. One can see this by the way he hesitates regretfully before he performs the rejunction that etiquette requires. It was thoughtful, but is not the gift of moth to cobra, therefore wrong. Okay, so, okay. It is not the gift of moth to cobra. What would a moth give him? Aware of the moth roll. Interesting. Can I visit him again? I've already done this. 2 honey cakes. Bring nothing. 2 honey cakes. A moth. Bone. A moth. A poem. Lapis. 5. Let's try 2 honey cakes. Triumph. He accepts, he approves. The cakes are placed on the front table of his receiving room so that other guests may observe and appreciate the correctness of your gesture. You are permitted to stand to one side to watch the others arrive, but there is no one whose gift supplants yours in the place of honor. Not even the gift of a preserved lark frozen in gelatin with a bubble of song rising from its open beak. When you depart the chief's geometer's house, he presses on you a prediction that one day, when you have most need, the earth will swallow you in one place and spit you out in another. It is, of course, only a ritual saying. Aware of the moth roll? Can I just repeat that? 2 honey cakes. 7, aware of higher rolls. Enter the hollow of the ear. A proud nose. It is a festival day. The great stone face has been illuminated from the forehead to chin with blazing torches so that the profile is visible from the side more clearly than you have ever seen it. Flourishing of years is awake, says the genderless figure in the crocodile mask. Fall in line. How else will you discover? Or strip off your mask and prepare to depart. With everyone distracted, departure would not even be noticed. Fall in line is secretly bringing a flare with you. Perhaps you will need it in the darkness. Let's just fall in line. Among your own. You go as though you were truly one of them. You carry nothing with you but your mask and your costume. May your heart be as light as a feather, says the woman in a lotus blossom mask as you fall into line. The road you follow leads up through the switchbacks along the side of the face, and finally to the ear of the flourishing of years, and into the cave that is her ear. The tunnel bends back on itself, and all lights have now been extinguished. There is nothing to guide you but the hand of the person behind on your back, and the movement of the person in front of you. The one who walks beside you wears a bat mask. Fortunately, the floor of the tunnel is very smooth, and presents no stumbling blocks. Sound carries strangely in this place, however. Sometimes you cannot hear your own footsteps, and sometimes a breath comes back to you audible from someplace ahead in line. Try to run, you don't really know what this festival is. Let's just continue. In line. The footsteps of the people are steady and synchronized, and you go together. For how many years has this been done, and for how many will it be done in the future? Watch your step here, says Batmask to you in an undervoice. Its accent is wolf-stacked ox. The floor is about to get squishier, and sure enough it does. At last the tunnel opens out. You and all the other congregants spread out in cavernous space. A voice speaks in the darkness, a ritual preparation. Here at the new year, we gather under the one mask of the flourishing of years. Her face is turned to the gods. Protected by her mask, we may remove our own. Protected by her script, we may speak outside our parts. Here and there is the sound of people fumbling with ties and strings. Your own face feels different with the mask off. Wait and listen, or tell one of your secrets, if you have a relic. Fight the urge to giggle. Unlock Ritual Participant 5, Ritual Participant no more than 6. Receive the confidence of a stranger as holy. Those who come as spectators may remain as participants. There are things to learn perhaps to your advantage. Not much for blackmail. You move stealthily through the dark, hearing one knot of conversation then another. The secrets exchanged do not offer much leverage. You can't see the owners of the secrets. Here and there you catch the smallest fragment of something that might serve you on a future occasion. The memory of a voyage east, a half-rumor about the Carnelian coast, a muttering about the Admiralty. 100 fragments. So we can simply do nothing. It's drawing to an end. Let the ceremony end according to the proper rites. At the end of the hour there comes a woman with a feather of shimmering silver, which she tucks into your hand. Symbol of the innocent heart that will not be eaten by the jackal. Then a bell rings, and the time of speech is over. You all begin to put your masks back on. It is possible, you cannot know for sure, that in this cover someone has exchanged a mask with someone else. It is an orderly and perfect line that emerges, again from the ear of flourishing of years. If anyone watches from above, they must surely be satisfied. An occurrence. You have a captivating treasure, and then a secret. Plus the one I earned. And your performance? Calmer. When the other citizens are distracted, you find your way into the familiar custom house and rid yourself of the mask and robe. There is satisfaction in laying aside a role well performed. Lost some terror. No shops. Interesting. Isle of Cats. I'm going to Estival, so I might as well just get it explored while I'm here. As sucky as it is to take the extra terror. Ew. I feel like I've seen this before, it's just I don't have the... because this is discovered. Just don't have the map discovered. There we go. And might as well go to the Isle of Cats, even though I'm... oh, actually, I'm not empty-handed, so I may have something waiting for me. A gift for the Pirate King. Courtesies due. 2 attendants drag the prisoner off to the rose garden. You do your best to ignore the screaming. Your patron tells you that it will take some time for your gift's memories to be harvested, and the resultant honey collected. You should return later for your introduction to the Pirate King. I got 200 echoes, gained 20 terror. That's not good. Oh, Captain's compliments. Okay, this is if I want to do this now. What might one expect from Leopold, Pirate King of the Isle of Cats? A hulking, grizzled presence with a crimson cat tattooed across his back, an oil-bearded wretch with a brace of pistols strapped to each hip, and eyes like wildfire, a gaunt-cheeked honey-seeker wasted from years of disillusion. He looks, as it turns out, more like a lawyer than a dissolute lord, though he is at least wearing a robe of patterned silk over his dark suit. Behind him you see a wall of what you think are wine racks. On closer inspection, the racks hold bottle upon carefully labeled bottle of red honey. Captain's compliments, my king. Isri enters with a wine glass of thick honey. Behind them, Zyra drags in a stumbling prisoner. It is the sailor you stole. The sailor? Oh, I guess he's above ground, so he's a sailor. You stole from the command canal. Only they do not seem to recognize you at all. Captain's compliments. Isri enters... recognize you at all. Your patron offers the Pirate King the wine glass. The king takes a sip, and the prisoner cries out as though his skin is being flayed from his bones. The spice-scented docks of Malacca, Leopold breathes before he is plucked away by the honey. He returns hours later, skin flushed and eyes bright. I am very partial to memories of the Far East, very thoughtful of you. He bestows a humming, honey-soaked kiss on Isri's lips, and then Zyra's, before holding out the vial to you. Take a sip. Each luscious drop costs you your tongue like fire and lunging. Someone screams, but it feels far away. You are consumed with the touch of a woman's hand in yours. You are in the memory. Turn your face to right, and there she is, Kembang. You met her 3 weeks ago serving drinks by the docks. Her father threatened to break your legs if you so much as looked at her, but you cannot help yourself. Her hands are softer than anything you have ever imagined, and dipped in warm sunlight. The curve of her smile slices into you like a blade. You come back to yourself in a sudden rush. You are lying on the floor alone, your face wet with stolen tears. On the desk, a key to the cage gardens, which you slip into your pocket, and a gold statuette of a tiger, with eyes of polished ruby. Something about the statuette makes you decidedly uneasy. Still, it will probably sell for a good price. Captivating treasure, the key, and 10 visions of the surface. Very nice. Let's get a port report going. And there's nothing I can do there. I could buy from the shop 6. Yeah, it'd be nice to have like 10 at least. +1. Even though it's eating up my cash reserves. Varkas? I'm not necessarily feeling that. And this wasn't very profitable either. This has some cool adventures. Oh my. That old fury, a sailor has run mad. She roams the ship, cudgel in hand, smashing comrades to the deck. She cries, "He is angry! Oh, he is angry!" I can shoot her dead. I can try to talk her down. That's not working. Chancey chance. Capture her alive. No, let's just shoot her dead. She's already killed one man. Shoot her dead. Poof. The sailor's weapons roar, and down she goes. You recite a hasty funeral for your poor soul and her wretched victim. But who will be next? Lost 2 crew. That's not great. We're not making an extra trip where we could potentially lose people. I mean, even going to Estival, we've lost people there before, so it is a little bit risky. So we're not going to collect supplies. We'll do beach combing or something. Glitched. One day this will be my island. Yeah, my mouse is a little off, but sun, a great beam, not gather supplies, port report of course. I'm gonna do the beach combing. If you're lucky, you might pick up treasures. Ooh, shipwreck. Let's do this. Oh, it's just supplies. Yeah. Well, I can carry all but 1. Fungal crackers, an awful lot of them. Most hope you enjoy fungal crackers or have an extremely hungry parrot. Alright. I mean, better than nothing. 9 fuel. It's just gonna be empty water, but it would be nice to just remove any doubt. No, but at some point I'm going to go to the King's thing, then I can just do that. So we've been to the Utterstream, so due north is really our only choice. I'll try to do some exploration with it, though. But need to be very wary of high-level baddies that want to give me a bad day. Okay. I'm actually surprised there isn't like a water spider type creature. Okay, so I'll go up a little bit. So I just make sure that's not discoverable. Good, good, good. Actually, there could be something hidden in there potentially. A couple of high-risk challenges. Trade supplies for silk. I'll take the delivery. Trade supplies for silk, sure. Let's see. 1 spider silk for 2 supplies, which are worth at least 30 each, so is this one worth 60? That will be the big question. And do I need to buy fuel at this point? Yes, I do, I would say. Yeah, I'm not sure what situation would get me to explore that naturally. I guess Uddershroom straight to Empire of Hands. I might as well just follow the buoys to maintain sanity. As long as there's no crazy encounters. Yes, I think the first one was the yellow. Entered a fog bank that just appeared on us. Anything interesting going on in the court? A duel. What passes the court business draws a halt as 2 high-sounded monkeys prepare to draw blades. That's interesting. Unlocked with menaces soulless. I will drop 25 echoes on a duel. An epic battle to the humiliation. When monkeys duel, every surface becomes part of the fight. They climb the walls, hang from the ceilings, charge through the cheering crowd with no care for who or what their rapiers may cut and slice. Death is not the goal. For the loser to forever remember this day and this defeat with burning shame is reward enough. Bets are taken, you place yours. Poorly, it turns out, as the losing monkey is taken to be shaved and at least 1 soul forfeited, you pay up. You've lost 2 Empire of Hands Wildwood status, total of now 8. Okay. Village, Fountainhead Island. Does she have anything to say? Consult. In my experience, such things are built solely by meddling priest types to try to make potential tomb raiders at least bang a little culture into their heads before they get their hands on the loot. Precious little bloody point otherwise. Just wall it up and be done. She bites at nail gently. If only we could read the monkey language, we could work out the correct sequence. Of course, there could be a way to simply bypass the problem entirely. Barnabas, have you any thoughts? The giant clay man does not look up from his duties. Yeah, I mean, Enter the vault. On ring return, attempt to read the inscriptions. They're not legible. Be careful choosing the wrong. Examine the mosaic floor. Too far to jump. So step on a yellow tile. Cautious step. Red tile. Ouch. Run back to safety. So yellow. Blue. The tile creaks. Yellow, blue, red. History is conquered. With deep relief, you step off the mosaic tile and make a note of the correct sequence. If your mental map is correct, you are near your destination. Very nice. A pit of venomous snakes. You see them through the door. Thousands of them in a pit crossable only by a thin beam lit by inconstant neath light through a hole in the roof. It would be no problem for a monkey to cross, but a human? It is the delightful adventuress's turn to go first. To her credit, she does not try to weasel her way out of it. Lantern held between her teeth, an adventurer's rapier bouncing casually on her hips, she steps confidently onto the thin beam and swiftly crosses foot over foot without so much as a glance down. Your turn. Oh, you don't even have a chance here. Tough challenge. Your foot slips. You tumble into the snake pit, landing up to your shoulders in a sea of some of the most dangerous creatures ever to slither the Empire of Hands. Already you feel their teeth lunging, the venom pounding through your system. No, you feel nothing except the weight. The cold, dry skins of hundreds of dead snakes surrounding you. The delightful adventuress peers down. Well, that is what happens when one decides to build oneself a fancy-dancy snake pit and neglects to think of a way for the poor darlings to be kept fed, isn't it? Come on, then. Get up from there. No sense in being a big girl's blouse. Failed. We gain terror, and we move ahead. An underground courtyard. Down a flight of steps, the center of the vault. So close, and yet so far. This is very obviously the oldest part of the temple, around which all else has grown over time. Ancient tapestries hang down from walls decorated with portraits of a single ape, clothed in violet and crowned by the sun. He is the first emperor, the 100-souled founder of the Empire of Hands. His authority reaches across time. Not much to look at, is it? Declares the delightful adventuress. They say they buried the old bugger with all of them. 100 of the finest souls. A hecatomb, if you will. She laughs for a moment at a joke only she and perhaps 3 others in the Neath would appreciate. A mark of respect by the primates, you know, to say no one else could do half as much with them. Her eyes glint. Let's do something about that. So, the final door, huge, imposing, impassable as their way through, a dusty bowl of glassy red chips. It stands on a plinth in the middle of the room, its contents seemingly untouched by the monkeys who have tried getting through the door. A drop of red honey hangs in the middle, bleeding out through the cracks in the salt. Red honey contains memories. Why would the chips be here? We could consume the red honey chip and get a memory. A test of understanding. The memories are diluted, largely unspecific, but that is not important. What this red honey carries is something far deeper, a connection of souls across centuries, the birth of an empire in which even the lowest could be uplifted, and sparks of greatness itself passed on, magnified, never lost with the passing of flesh. This was the dream of the first emperor, one of unity and evolution, transcendence and glory. His memory was placed here that all could see their true destiny, purpose. Instead, it is as if the emperor himself is receiving a glimpse of the empire his dream became. His tears run uncontrollably down your cheeks. It's tribute to the emperor's first... Okay, so we can open the emperor's tomb. The memory fades, but something remains. Only one who is as worldly wise as the first emperor hoped his people would be can open this door. One tale of terror? I need a Z story. I have a memory of distant shore. Or we can... Okay, so I need a Z story. I need so many Z stories, it's not even funny. Poke around. Let's get that port report. Poke around the shore. Nothing crazy. And I don't have any supplies for them. So, the Shellinates it is, I believe. And if possible, we will attempt to explore all this fog of war stuff on the side. Glorious Dreadnought, 500. It's actually not as tough as I would have suspected. Such a town. So I feel like I've discovered this before. Bugged. I should have stopped at the Empire Hands due to the time, so we'll just dock in here and call it an episode. So catch y'all next time.